Hello, it's Leicester Music Cast again. I'm Lynsey, and today I'm going to be talking to Richard Diaz, local singer-songwriter from Leicester, of course, and he's also going to be playing some music at the end of this cast, so please stay tuned. So, the name Diaz, is it Spanish?
That's a good question. It's no. Yes, it is. It is Spanish, but I'm not Spanish. I lived in Spain for 4 or 5 years. There's a story that I went to live in Spain because I wanted to learn flamenco, because I loved flamenco, and that was in 2003. And I went there, and within about 2 weeks, I realised that if I wanted to be good at flamenco, I'd have to have been born into a gypsy family and also dedicated my whole life to playing flamenco. Neither of which had happened. And so, but that Spanish music did influence in me, and it still does in many ways. But it was also there that I started writing a lot of my own songs when I lived in Spain, and I guess I wanted to sort of honour that a bit as well, and also because my own name isn't that exciting, so it's the Spanish equivalent. My family name is very similar to Diaz, so I thought I'd borrow that.
Right. It sounds like a good thing to do. Like, you've clearly looked into it, you've done research, and you've gone, that's the equivalent of my name.
It's a bit more exciting on a bill, isn't it? You see the name, you know. Hopefully, bring.
You could always plug for the special guests, because I realise that that's on every poster, isn't it? And the special guests. but that's quite clever. So you've clearly been playing a long time, but what inspired you to start doing your own lyrics and playing your own?
I guess it's something that I never woke up one morning and thought, today I'm going to write a song. It's something that I've always felt compelled to do. Not saying I'm any tortured genius, but if I don't write anything, I just feel a little bit like I'm missing something, and I need that out there a bit. I never thought I was creative. I used to deny having any creative ability, but then friends said, well, you're always writing songs, and it slowly thought, actually, maybe I do have that ability. So yeah, I have. It's just something I enjoy doing. Not necessarily even for other people, but just for my own satisfaction, you know. And if other people enjoy it, that's fantastic. Later on, you know, I obviously decided to go out and do things myself, you know. And if people enjoy them, that's inherently rewarding. But I was never set out just to purely play for other people.
So obviously, I mean, you've gone out there and you've discovered or rediscovered that you've got this talent for writing lyrics and doing your own music, but what influenced you in the first place, or what influenced you over the years? Has that style changed? Have you added extra things in there because of other people? Or?
It took me a long time to discover how to write a song, and ask any singer. If you ask the greatest songwriters, they'll probably tell you the first songs they wrote were rubbish. And mine definitely were rubbish. You know, to the point
We've
where
all been there.
Yeah, to the point where I won't play them to anybody. They were genuinely rubbish.
But you've got good memories.
But slowly over time, you know, having studied what makes, you know, what goes into songwriting, I like to think that they've improved to the point where, you know, there's something you know, interesting there. In terms of people, it's difficult to say whether people have inspired you. For me, inspiration comes from people. I love listening to people telling me about the experiences in their lives, and if I can incorporate that into a song, to recount that, then that honours that story so that it doesn't disappear. People, I like when people open up to me and tell me something about themselves, and that's the greatest inspiration. I don't write about going out and getting drunk. I don't drink anyway. But I'm not, you know, I like to write something with some depth and some emotion, and people's testimonies can give you that, you know. Storytelling, I guess that's the word.
How would you define your style? Would you say it's folk? Would you say it's pop? Is there?
It's musically the playing. There's some elements of some jazz in there, a little bit of folk, a bit of country style guitar. Perhaps the musicianship of someone like Townes Van Zandt or Lenny Cohen's guitar playing, with the lyrical style perhaps Tom Waits. Lenny Cohen is my all-time hero.
There's lots of storytelling, isn't there?
Yeah, and just from the absurd, you know, to the heartfelt, and your question was how how do I define the music? I don't know.
So it's undefinable.
Undefined. I'll let the listener make up their own mind.
Which means you've got to come and see Richard play the next time he plays.
Please do.
And we'll get to that in a moment. So a lot of musicians, they have good moments and bad moments when they go out on the circuit. Is there any definable moments that you can think of that were really, really good and you think, wow, I can't possibly top that, or really bad and you think, I never want to experience that again?
No real bad moments, I guess. In bands in previous years, driving all the way to Manchester to play for 2 people in a cold venue.
Yeah.
Those 2 people, one of those the sound man, one's the barman.
But if you're lucky, a manager.
Yeah. But no really bad experiences. Good experiences are, I play with a good friend of mine, Paul Matthews, who's a wonderful bass player, a wonderful musician, but he plays double bass. And sometimes when we're playing and we're both playing well, they're magical moments. And when people come up to you after and say, I really enjoyed that song, that's touching. And I'm really humbled by that. I've almost overwhelmed when people say they've enjoyed something, because that's, you've set out to do something and you've achieved that, and that's a really, really rewarding. 2000, I suppose another high point. 2003, I was offered a record contract when I was living in Spain. And for some crazy notion, I turned it down, and I don't know why. I'm still trying to work out why. Yeah, and I could have got somewhere with that, but I didn't, and that was a really high point, and I still don't know why I turned it down. So I'm trying to get there again. I'd like to get there again. The world has changed. The music industry has changed since then. I mean, there are no record contracts anymore. But
it's all about YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Absolutely. Social media and YouTube.
Yeah.
And playing live, and that's what I love doing now.
Sure. And talking of playing live, where are you playing next?
I'm playing next on Halloween at as part of Oxjam, 31st of October at the Ale Wagon in Leicester, 5 o'clock. And then, consulting my notes, the 14th of November in Oakham at the Wheat Sheaf, and then at Duffy's Bar in Leicester on the 19th of November. And then more dates after that. On my Facebook page, I'll be listing all the events.
Brilliant. And I will also list some of the events at the end of this cast. We're going to have Richard play some music in a moment, but if you do want to be featured on Leicester Music Cast next week, week after, whenever, you can drop me a line at Facebook.com/Leicester Music Cast. You can drop me a line there to give me any comments about the show as well, or any feedback of what you think. And also, if you want to just get in touch and say hi, feel free to do so. Please subscribe to the channel at the bottom of this page on YouTube, and because we'd really like our subscription to go up so everybody knows all about Leicester Music Cast in Leicester and the globe.
Subscription target.
World domination, that's what we're hoping for. Until next time, and I'll let Richard play in a moment, but we'll see you again next time.
Hi, I'm Richard Diaz, and this is called Thank You. Lost in the wilderness, I'd wandered for days, felt not a drop of emotion, no smile on my face. I saw you at the water's edge, got an hand to the weak. I saw the dove and the eagle, the tears down my cheeks. Thank you for making me cry. Thank you for giving me hope to my life. Before you I was frozen inside. Before you I asked myself why. your shadow, basking in your worship tonight. I bask in the glow of your glory, working magic with your light. Maybe there's hope in survival, life beyond death, a dream of reunion, after taking my last breath. Thank you for making me cry, thank you for giving me hope to my life. Before you I was frozen inside, before you I asked myself why. Thank you for making me cry, for giving me hope to my life. Before you I was frozen inside, before you I asked myself why. Before you I was frozen inside, before you I asked myself